Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about a powerful concept, brainwashing yourself for success. Now, I know brainwashing sounds a bit extreme, but let's reframe it. What if you could cleanse your mind of limiting beliefs, scrub away the habits holding you back, and rinse off the doubts that keep you stuck? Wouldn't you do it? See, success isn't about luck, talent, or even opportunity. It's about conditioning your mind daily, training your thoughts, beliefs, and actions to align with your goals. The truth is, if you don't brainwash yourself, the world will do it for you. The news, negativity, and opinions of others will shape your mindset if you let them. But you can decide to take control. Just like a gardener protects plants from weeds, protect your mind from negativity. Be selective about what you read, watch, and listen to. You become what you consume. And don't just say positive words, feel them. When you affirm, I am confident, say it with conviction. Emotion imprints beliefs deeper into your subconscious. Picture yourself already achieving your goals. Create vivid mental images, see, feel, and experience a success in your mind. Your surroundings shape your mindset. If you want growth, surround yourself with people, places, and things that inspire and elevate you. Invest time in reading books, listening to podcasts, and watching content that fuels your growth. Consistency compounds over time. Be your own cheerleader. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Speak kindly, speak confidently. Challenge limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, is this true? Or is it just a story I've been telling myself? Rewrite your mental script. Knowledge without action is wasted. Create small, achievable goals and celebrate each victory. Consistency is the secret sauce. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Each day, list 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude rewires your brain for positivity. Success habits require repetition. Reaffirm your goals and beliefs daily. Reprogramming your mind is a lifelong process. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden. If you nurture it, plant the right seeds, and care for it diligently, it will flourish, producing vibrant flowers, lush greenery, and sweet fruits. But if you neglect it, weeds will invade, choking out the good and overtaking the space meant for growth. Life works the same way. Weeds of negativity, doubt, and fear are always lurking, just waiting for a chance to take root. And if you're not intentional about guarding your mind, you'll find yourself tangled up in limitations, excuses, and destructive thinking. Every day you're exposed to countless influences, conversations, media, news, and opinions. Some are uplifting, but many are filled with fear, cynicism, and mediocrity. If you let these influences run wild, they'll shape your thinking, limit your vision, and sabotage your success. It's easy to absorb negativity, almost effortless. But staying positive, focused, and driven, that takes intention. You have to be deliberate about what you let in. Start by filtering what you read, watch, and listen to. Choose books, podcasts, and conversations that feed your mind, expand your thinking, and push you to grow. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, those who challenge you to dream bigger and do better. Distance yourself from negative influences, not because you're better than them, but because you value your mind too much to let it be poisoned. Be vigilant with your self-talk too. Guard against thoughts of self-doubt and defeat. When those negative voices creep in, replace them with affirmations of confidence, capability, and resilience. Speak to yourself like someone worth believing in, because you are. Guarding your mind isn't a one-time effort, it's a daily practice. Just as a gardener doesn't weed the garden once and call it done, you must constantly protect your mental space. Keep planting seeds of positivity, uproot the weeds of doubt, and nourish your mind with ideas that inspire and empower. When you make this a habit, your mind becomes a fortress impenetrable to negativity and fertile for success. Words have power. We've all heard it before, but it's not just the words themselves, it's the feeling behind them that makes the real difference. Saying I am confident without conviction is like planting a seed in dry, barren soil. It won't grow, won't take root, and won't produce results. But when you say it with emotion, when you feel it in your bones, that's when the magic happens. Think about it. Emotion is the glue that makes ideas stick. It's what takes a simple statement and turns it into a belief. When you speak with genuine feeling, your subconscious listens, accepts, it acts on it. That's why the tone of your self-talk matters. A flat, lifeless affirmation does little more than bounce off the walls of your mind. But an affirmation charged with energy, passion, and certainty, that's a command. It tells your mind, this is who I am. And this is where I'm going. Try to stand tall, breathe deeply, and declare your affirmation with intensity. Feel it resonate in your chest. Let it light a fire within you. Say, I am unstoppable. With the same energy you'd use to celebrate a hard-won victory. Picture yourself achieving your goals, see it vividly, and let that image fill you with excitement. When you feel it deeply enough, your mind accepts it as reality. That's when true transformation begins. But here's the key, you have to do it consistently. Once or twice won't cut it. You can't go to the gym once and expect to be fit, and you can't affirm your way to success with occasional half-hearted attempts. Make it a habit. Morning, evening, and anytime doubt creeps in, remind yourself who you are and who you're becoming. Back your words with emotion because intensity turns statements into beliefs and beliefs drive behavior. The truth is, life responds not to what we merely say, but to what we believe with conviction. If you want your affirmations to work, don't just say them, live them. Speak with passion, visualize your success, and let your emotions fuel your journey. When you do, you're not just saying words, you're shaping your reality. The mind is a powerful thing, more powerful than most people realize. It's a workshop where ideas are molded, plans are crafted, and the future is shaped. Yet too often we let it drift aimlessly, filled with worries, doubts, and distractions. But when you take control and harness the power of visualization, you begin to shape your future long before it arrives. You see, everything is created twice, first in the mind, then in reality. Before a building stands tall, an architect has drawn the plans. Before a book is written, the story plays out in the author's imagination. And before you achieve your dreams, you must first see them vividly in your mind. It's not enough to simply want something, you have to experience it mentally, make it so real you can almost touch it. Take a moment and close your eyes. Picture yourself living your dream life. See it in detail, the sights, the sounds, the emotions. Imagine waking up in the home you've always wanted, working in your dream career surrounded by people who uplift and inspire you. How does it feel? What does a day in that life look like? The clearer the picture, the more powerful the impact. But don't just see the end result, visualize the journey. See yourself overcoming challenges, staying disciplined, and making progress. Picture the sweat on your brow, the determination in your eyes, and the satisfaction of small victories along the way. This mental rehearsal conditions your mind to expect success, and when your mind expects something, it pushes you toward it. Now, this isn't some mystical idea, it's practical. When you consistently visualize your future, you train your subconscious mind to seek opportunities, make decisions, and take actions that align with that vision. It becomes a guiding compass, helping you navigate obstacles and stay focused. Over time, you'll find yourself gravitating toward the life you've envisioned. The mind works best when it has a clear target. Vague goals produce vague results. But a vivid picture, a mental movie you play daily, triggers the motivation to make it real. So make it a habit. Close your eyes every morning and night and see your future unfold. Feel the excitement, the pride, the joy of living the life you desire. Let it ignite a fire within you. When you can see it clearly enough in your mind, you'll find a way to make it happen. The future belongs to those who can visualize it, believe in it, and work relentlessly to bring it to life. You don't just dream, see your future with certainty, and then go make it real. Environment is powerful. It shapes us, molds us, and ultimately influences who we become. The challenge is that most people underestimate just how much their surroundings dictate their thoughts, actions, and results. But if you want to rise above mediocrity, you have to be intentional about the environment you create for yourself. Think about this: if you plant a tree in the right soil with plenty of sunlight and water, it thrives. But plant that same tree in rocky, barren ground and it struggles, withers, and may never reach its full potential. The same goes for people. You can have all the potential in the world, but if your environment is toxic, filled with negativity, distractions, and low expectations, you'll find it hard to grow. The good news is, unlike a tree, you can choose where you're planted. You can decide who you spend your time with, the places you frequent, and the influences you allow into your life. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to be better, who encourage you to dream bigger, and who hold you accountable. Seek out environments that energize you, inspire you, and make you feel alive. If you're in a place where excuses are the norm, where ambition is frowned upon and complaining is a daily ritual, get out. Change the scenery. Find yourself in rooms where the conversations are about ideas, possibilities, and solutions. Be around those who are driven, focused, and pursuing excellence. You'll start to think differently, act differently, and soon achieve differently. But it's not just about physical environments, it's also about what you feed your mind. Are you consuming news that fills you with fear and doubt, or content that empowers and educates you? Are you scrolling endlessly through social media, or are you learning, growing, and investing in yourself? Your mental environment matters just as much as the physical one. And remember, environment isn't just where you are, it's what you allow. If you tolerate negativity, gossip, and small thinking, you'll become a product of it. But if you cultivate an environment of growth, gratitude, and high standards, you'll rise to meet it. Changing your environment may mean letting go of old habits, distancing yourself from certain people, or stepping out of your comfort zone. It might feel uncomfortable at first, change often does. But it's a small price to pay for the person you'll become. So take a look around. Evaluate your environment, your friends, your habits, your daily routine. Ask yourself, is this environment helping me become who I want to be? If the answer is no, make the decision to change it. Because your environment shapes your future, and your future depends on the choices you make today. Choose wisely. The mind is like a muscle. What you feed it and how you exercise it determines its strength, clarity, and resilience. Just as the body needs nutritious food to stay healthy, the mind craves valuable ideas, insights, and inspiration to thrive. But here's the thing, most people are far more intentional about what they put in their stomachs than what they put in their minds. They're careful about calories and ingredients, but let in any thought, opinion, or distraction without a second thought. But if you want to grow, achieve, and succeed, you must be deliberate about feeding your mind every single day. You've got to nourish it with thoughts that stretch you, challenge you, and help you see the world differently. The mind needs a steady diet of wisdom, motivation, and education, just like the body needs protein, vitamins, and minerals. Think about it. If you don't make it a priority, life will fill your mind for you. Social media, the news, and endless chatter will clutter your thoughts, leaving you unfocused and uninspired. But when you choose what goes in, you set the direction of your thinking. Reading great books, listening to powerful podcasts, and studying successful people, these habits shape your mindset, expand your vision, and fuel your drive. The key is consistency. Feeding your mind once in a while won't make a difference, just like going to the gym once a month won't get you in shape. But a little bit every day compounds over time. Read a few pages of a good book each morning. Listen to uplifting audio while you commute. Invest 30 minutes a day in learning something new. Small efforts done consistently lead to massive results. And it's not just about learning, it's about applying. Feeding your mind without action is like fueling a car and never driving it. Use what you learn. Test ideas, take risks, grow from the experience. The more you apply, the more the lessons stick, and the faster you'll move toward your goals. Be mindful of what you expose your mind to. Negative news, toxic conversations, and idle gossip are like junk food for your thoughts, tasty in the moment, but harmful over time. Instead, fill your mind with stories of success, strategies for growth, and principles for living a better life. Surround yourself with people who think big, who talk about ideas and possibilities, not problems and complaints. If you feed your mind the right material, it will reward you with creativity, confidence, and conviction. It will help you see opportunities, solve problems, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough. The best investment you'll ever make is in your mind, because once you stretch it with new ideas, it never returns to its original size. So make it a daily practice. Feed your mind with intention, purpose, and consistency. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. Start today and watch your life transform. The conversations you have with yourself are the most important conversations you'll ever have. The way you speak to yourself shapes your mindset, your attitude, and ultimately your destiny. It's a simple truth. You become what you tell yourself repeatedly. Yet too many people are their own worst critics, quick to point out their flaws, magnify their mistakes, and question their worth. They say things to themselves they'd never say to a friend, yet they wonder why confidence is hard to come by. But here's the reality. Your mind believes what you tell it, especially when you say it often. Words are powerful, and the ones you whisper to yourself carry the most weight. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed, those words become beliefs. And beliefs are strong enough to keep you stuck, make you doubt your potential, and sabotage your own efforts. It's not enough to just silence negative self-talk. You have to replace it. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I'm learning and I'll get better. Instead of, I always mess things up, try, I'm human and I learn from my mistakes. Speak to yourself like a coach, not a critic. A coach pushes, encourages, and brings out the best in you. A critic tears you down and holds you back, and it's not just about positive thinking, it's about truthful, constructive thinking. It's about choosing words that empower you. When you make a mistake, don't say, I'm a failure. Say, this was a setback, but I'm resilient, and I'll keep going. When facing a challenge, don't say, this is impossible. Say, it's tough, but I've overcome challenges before, and I can handle this too. Your self-talk becomes a script for your life, and you're the author. The mind can't tell the difference between real and vividly imagined thoughts. So when you speak with confidence, your subconscious accepts it. Say, I am capable. I am disciplined. I am a problem solver. The more you affirm these things with conviction, the more they sink in. You're programming your mind for success. But remember, it's not a one-time event. Just like physical exercise, training your mind requires repetition. Make a habit of positive self-talk. Write down affirmations and say them out loud every morning. Catch yourself when negative thoughts arise and consciously replace them. It's not about ignoring reality or sugarcoating challenges. It's about reinforcing your strength, resilience, and potential. Self-talk isn't just about motivation. It's about identity. It's about who you believe you are and what you believe you can do. Change your inner dialogue and you'll change your life. The words you speak to yourself can either lift you up or hold you down. Choose them wisely. Speak life into your dreams, confidence into your actions, and courage into your fears. The world can be harsh enough. Be your own greatest advocate. When you talk to yourself like a champion, you'll start to feel like one. And when you feel like one, you'll act like one. That's when the magic happens. The biggest obstacles in life are often not the ones we see around us. They're the ones we create in our own minds. Mental barriers are invisible chains that keep us from reaching our full potential. They're the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that whisper, you're not good enough, you can't do that, or people like you don't achieve those things. These barriers are powerful, but here's the truth, they exist only because we allow them to. Most of the limits we face are self-imposed. We convince ourselves that we're not capable, not talented enough, or not worthy of success. And once those beliefs take root, they become a part of our identity, quietly shaping our actions, decisions, and ultimately our results. It's like driving a car with the parking brake on. You can press the gas all you want, but until you release that brake, you'll never reach full speed. The first step to breaking mental barriers is recognizing that they're just beliefs, not facts. A belief is simply a thought you've repeated so many times it feels true. Maybe someone told you long ago that you weren't smart enough and you accepted it. Maybe you failed once and you decided failure was inevitable, but remember, the past does not equal the future unless you live there. You can challenge those beliefs, replace them, and create new ones that empower you. Start by questioning your limitations. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, ask yourself, who says? What evidence do you have that you can't? More often than not, you'll find those beliefs are built on assumptions, not reality. Replace I can't with how can I? A small shift that opens doors instead of slamming them shut. Visualization is another powerful tool. See yourself succeeding in your mind's eye. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving your goals, and becoming the person you want to be. The mind doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. When you repeatedly visualize success, you train your brain to believe it's possible. And when you believe something is possible, you act in ways that make it a reality. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. The company you keep matters. If you spend time around people who complain, doubt, and settle for less, you'll adopt their mindset. But when you're around those who think big, push limits, and achieve greatness, their courage and ambition become contagious. And above all, take action, small steps every day. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. You can't think your way out of a mental barrier. You have to act your way out. Do the things that scare you, test your limits, and prove to yourself that you can. Each step forward chips away at the wall until it crumbles entirely. It won't always be easy. Breaking mental barriers takes courage, persistence, and belief. But once you do, you'll find that most of the limits you faced were illusions, phantoms created by fear and doubt. On the other side of those barriers lies a life of fulfillment, achievement, and growth. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you accept. Refuse to accept them. Break free, push forward, and discover just how far you can go. The moment you decide you're capable, your journey toward greatness begins. Let nothing hold you back, not even yourself. Success is not a matter of luck or chance. It's the result of consistent action over time. Dreams, goals, and plans are all valuable, but they mean little without the discipline to follow through. The truth is, consistency is the secret ingredient that turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. It's not about doing things perfectly. It's about doing them persistently. Imagine a stonecutter hammering away at a rock. He strikes it 100 times without even a crack showing. But on the 101st blow, the rock splits in two. Was it the final strike that did it? Of course not. It was the steady, relentless effort, the accumulation of all those blows that made the difference. That's the power of consistent action. Too often people wait for motivation to take action. They feel inspired for a day or two, then fade back into old habits when the excitement wears off. But motivation is like a spark. It can start the fire, but it won't keep it burning. Consistency is the fuel that keeps the flame alive. It's about showing up every day, rain or shine, motivated or not, and putting in the work. And here's the thing, consistency compounds. Small, seemingly insignificant actions repeated over time lead to massive results. Read 10 pages of a good book every day, just 10 pages. That's over 3,600 pages a year. Exercise for 30 minutes daily, that's over 180 hours of fitness in a year. Save a little money each month and watch your wealth grow. It's the power of the slight edge. Small actions repeated consistently can transform your life. But consistency also requires patience. In the beginning, progress feels slow and results seem far off. That's when most people give up, right before the breakthrough. But if you keep going, if you stay consistent, you'll reach a tipping point where momentum takes over. Success becomes inevitable because you've built the habits and discipline to keep moving forward. Of course, life will throw distractions and challenges your way. That's a given. But consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. You might stumble, get off track, or miss a day, but don't let a setback become a pattern. Pick yourself up, refocus, and keep going. Consistency means getting back on track, no matter how many times you stray. And remember, consistency builds confidence. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you strengthen your belief in yourself. You develop trust in your own word. Over time, this inner confidence becomes unshakable. You know that whatever goal you set, you'll achieve it because you've proven it to yourself over and over. So take consistent action. Not tomorrow, not next week, start today. Do something no matter how small and keep doing it. The path to success is paved with consistent, disciplined effort. The results may not come overnight, but they will come steady, strong, and undeniable. Success isn't about taking giant leaps, it's about taking small, steady steps day after day. That's the way you climb mountains, build empires, and turn dreams into reality. Consistency is the great equalizer. It rewards the committed, the persistent, and the disciplined. If you stay consistent, success is not a matter of if, but when. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces you can cultivate in your life. It's the gateway to abundance, fulfillment, and true happiness. Yet, it's often overlooked. People chase success, wealth, and recognition, thinking those things will bring joy. But here's the truth. Without gratitude, even the greatest achievements can feel empty. And with gratitude, even the smallest blessings can bring immense joy. You see, the mind has a remarkable ability to focus. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, setbacks, and what's missing, you'll find yourself surrounded by lack and frustration. But when you focus on what you have, what's good, right, and working in your life, you open the door to more of it. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It changes the way you see the world, and in turn, it changes your world. The remarkable thing about gratitude is that it's a choice, one you can make every day, regardless of your circumstances. It's easy to be grateful when life is smooth, when things go your way, and when success is abundant. But the real power of gratitude shines through in tough times, when life tests you, challenges you, and stretches you. That's when gratitude can be your anchor. It grounds you, reminds you of your blessings, and keeps you resilient. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you or making a list of good things. It's about truly feeling appreciation deep in your heart. It's about taking a moment to recognize the gift of life itself, the lessons learned from hardship, the strength you've developed through struggle, and the people who have touched your life. Gratitude isn't passive, it's an active, intentional practice, and gratitude has a ripple effect. When you're grateful, you attract more to be grateful for. People are drawn to those who radiate appreciation and positivity. Opportunities seem to flow more easily because you're in a state of openness, ready to receive life's blessings. Gratitude shifts your mindset from I need more to be happy to I am grateful for what I have, and more is on its way. But gratitude isn't just about feeling good, it's about taking action. When you're truly grateful, you express it. You acknowledge others, lift people up, and give back. Gratitude is the fuel for kindness, generosity, and service. It inspires you to share your blessings, create value, and make a difference. It's not just a feeling, it's a way of living. Start each day with gratitude. Take a moment before the rush of life begins to reflect on what you're thankful for. It could be as simple as a roof over your head, a breath of fresh air, or the chance to grow and learn today. Throughout your day, look for things to appreciate: the smile of a stranger, a kind word, or even a challenge that pushes you to grow. End each day by reflecting on what went well, no matter how small. Gratitude changes everything. It transforms how you think, feel, and live. When you're grateful, life feels richer. Full life feels richer, fuller, and more meaningful. You stop chasing happiness and start living it. So let gratitude be the foundation of your success, an unwavering attitude that colors every experience, every setback, and every victory. When you walk through life with gratitude, you're already wealthy, rich in spirit, fulfillment, and joy. And that's a kind of success money can't buy. Gratitude truly is the gateway to happiness, abundance, and a life well lived.